said about John Lewis campaign, that John mentioned earlier, is that it is really important to start taking this action. What's lacking in our movement right now is confidence and hope. It's not that people don't know that everything's fucked up. Of course everyone knows it's fucked up. But no one believes that we can win anything anymore. And our trade unions, who mentioned conservatism earlier as well, within the trade union movement, this is actually the reality now, is that the trade union is basically shit scared. I think our officials are shit scared of running campaigns when they're not dead sure that everyone's behind it, and they're not dead sure it's going to win. I work for a trade union, and I know that we look at the things on the basis of whether we have definitely got 95%, whether our lawyers have definitely said it's a goer or whatnot. When it was just mentioned there about the 1930s, we're back in the days where it's about taking a fucking risk, it's about taking a gamble, and it's about exactly what you just said, a small percentage, actually, of people going out and taking action that inspires confidence. Now, John Lewis is an interesting one for that reality, because what happened there was 30-odd cleaners at one site took strike action, won that strike to a degree, won a pay rise. What hasn't been so well publicised is that after that, 50-odd cleaners at 5 other sites went, well, fucking hell, if they could do it, we can as well. And they came and joined the union, and we ran another dispute at those other 5 sites. And that didn't come to strike action. The employer just bottled it and went, here you go, here's 10%. Job done. They didn't have to do anything. They just turned up to a meeting and shouted at the boss. It was that simple, right? I think on the buses, the presence of different unions is unfortunate, actually, at this point. As I say, I'm a Unite activist as well as an IWW activist. But the reality is what it is. Someone mentioned earlier that the RMT couldn't run a ballot on those sites. That's not technically true. The IWW can't either, technically, according to the way that things work. I personally come out of the anarchist movement of the late 90s and early 2000s, the kind of anti-globalisation movement, UK Uncut is what's become of that, and Occupy and all these other kind of networked kind of movements, which don't operate on the basis of old school models of loyalty to certain bodies, but operate on the basis of practical necessity right here, right now. Come together when you want to fight, move apart when you don't. Absolutely fine. The reality there is that it's all about hope. It's about inspiring hope. Now, the reality is that my personal feeling is that Gerry's case, I think John's right to say that Gerry's case is a bit of a hook, a bit of a cliffhanger here. Gerry's appeal is tomorrow, and Oscar's has already been, so we're sort of carrying on with that. But where Gerry's appeal is tomorrow, there should be a quick call out. Who here in the room's got smartphones? Let's all get on the internet now. Let's call people down tomorrow. It is a bit short notice. It won't be a big demo. But what it will enable is Gerry to come out tomorrow and say whether he's won or not. And if he ain't won, then we all get on the blower on the smartphones on the internet and make sure that there is a blockade of one of the garages on Monday morning. I don't know what time the buses start, but there's 30 people in the room. That's enough to blockade the entrance of a garage, so I hope we'd all turn up for it. Maybe not, I'm not sure, but I hope we will. And if we turn up for that, that will inspire confidence going forwards. Fuck which union you are, which demarcation it is, whose fucking card you carry, it's completely irrelevant. The reality is that if people get together in a room based on that action on Monday morning, with this grassroots campaign, a rank and file campaign, if you want to call it that, and just carry on from there, that's what we can do. If we build from that and we build the confidence that Pete says people actually want to take strike action over these contracts, the reality is that if people want to take strike action, you join a union because that union has the legal body which enables you to take that action and gives you the protection to go forwards. Let's say right now tonight, only 5% of bus drivers want to take action. Maybe that's true, maybe everyone's shit scared. But after actions that happen on Monday morning or that happen going forwards that get bigger and bigger and bigger, they'll get more confident, fear will start to disappear, and let's say we end up with 80% of drivers wanting to take strike action. First step, go to Unite. We want to strike. Unite says yes, great, do it. Unite says no, fuck it, IWW will do it. RMT will do it. Who cares? It doesn't matter. It's a ballot and it's a strike. The important thing is not which union does it. The important thing is that the buses are shut down. That's what a strike is. So that's my take on it anyway, but I want to congratulate you guys for fighting and for everybody being here tonight anyway, but Monday morning, let's turn up tomorrow and then let's see what happens Monday morning.
I'm Peter, I'm Master IWW, I'm support Gerry and Oscar, and as you just said, like what I was going to say, I'm also the speaker over there, involved with cleaners disputes and going to the Besna campaigns as well. It's very heartening to hear that there is this spirit of fight, and I'm retired now. That means I've got time on my hands. If you want people handing out leaflets in bus garages all over London, I've got my freedom pass, etc. And I just wanted to check, because some people have said that Gerry shouldn't, that we shouldn't go for something tomorrow at his hearing, and some saying yes, we should. I mean, I'm happy to come along, but perhaps we could clarify that. But it's also good to hear the next steps in terms of building a defence campaign that Unite members and everyone else in that sector can start organising on a more long-term basis.